This was today.
Come here.
Yeah, this is my crappy iPhone camera. It was seen tonight by me again, and there it is. That's not our moon, folks. That's Planet X. It's here. Days are short, guys. Prepare now. It's here. It's here, guys. The sun was acting really weird today. Look at the sun. This is with another filter I put on my phone. You can see the sun much differently. So, I mean, this thing is here, guys. Sorry. Another picture of it. And this is the whole Nibiru system up by our sun. You can see the planets there. There's another image of it. So, I mean, it's definitely here. So, I mean, I think time is really short. I don't know how long we have. But, I mean, if it's already showing it being that big, like in this video here, I mean, this thing is huge, and that is definitely not our moon. I mean, if that's our moon, that's like 20 of our moons. So, just to let you know, that thing was huge when it came through tonight. And I don't know what happened with the chemtrailing tonight, but I think what happened was we were up high enough because we were clear at the top of the canyon, and we could look down in the valley, and all you could see was like a silver haze. And once we ascended down into the valley of Salt Lake, we couldn't see it anymore. And looking at this right here, you would think you would have been able to see it, but it's weird when you get down to ground level and you look up. Those metal particulates blind the crap out of you. You cannot see anything. So, anyway, there it is, guys. There she is, man. I mean, that is massive. Show. So any day, I mean, could be within a couple years, it's over. The thing that I do know is the Hydrogen Collider is when planetary systems collide, the CERN system helps regulate the Earth's rotation and wobble and all those things. And everybody was thinking, building a, way to bring those people in from a bad dimension when they were actually trying to help out. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like I said, I'm going to start preparing now. I mean, obviously, if we can see it that large, it's got to be relatively close. I don't know. Could be days, could be weeks, could be months, could be years. You know, the problem is our government won't give us the answer. And they know we know it's here. But nobody will give us a warning because, see, they don't want people to stop making their payments and stop going to church and all those crazy other little things they've devised for us. And spirituality and being a good person and obeying God's law is what Jesus taught. No, he didn't teach to get into religion and build big religions and big castles and stuff and sit men in them so that they may sit as God, like the Pope and like these false prophets in their temples and their cathedrals. I mean, it's just madness. It's madness. And Jesus, I've watched a lot of near-death experiences where people that were in those kind of churches ended up in hell. And I mean, I kid you not. And Jesus came to them, they cried out to him, they're like, why am I here? And they don't understand. They're in that mother whore church. I'm not going to say the word, but everybody knows who it is. The guy that sits in there like he is God, and he wears a big weird looking hat. And you guys all know who he is. So, and then he's going to tell you that he's going to pass a law where you worship Jesus on Sunday, which Sunday is the first day of the week. It's not the Sabbath day. Sunday is a pagan worship day. That's the day you worship paganism and Baal and all the wicked shit that this government and country and world has put out for everybody to learn. So the thing that everybody needs to realize is there's a few events that need to take place. The man that sits in the temple, the third temple, showing himself that he is God, because see, when he walks in that temple, a foot standing on something is showing yourself that you own it, like it's yours. It's like a form of possession. And that's when Jesus says that's the abomination of desolation. Right after that, they'll say they have peace and safety and sudden destruction. I'm telling you, man, these spacecraft are in our solar system. Many of them are out in the Kuiper Belt. And if you read the Bible at the end, what it says about the ones left behind after the Lord gathers his bride, he calls all the fowls of the air that fly in the midst of heaven to come down and feast on all flesh of men, kings, free men, old men, babies, kids, well, whoever's left behind. I don't know who's going to be left behind. So it's going to be pretty terrible. And, you know, the Bible has been coming true for quite a while. And for the longest time in my life, I denied it. I didn't want to believe that this is really going to happen. And the later in time that we got and all this stuff that started to happen really started showing me that, yes, this is going to happen. And I knew this day would come when I saw it, and I know it's here. I think that everybody needs to keep one important thing in mind, that either you're of good spirit, you're of loving, forgiving, kind spirit, and, you know, even if you were mean at one time, you know, repent of that. Just say, Jesus, I'm sorry. Or anything you did, doesn't matter what you've done. He says, no sin is unforgivable. So, except for the mark of the beast sin is the only unforgivable one. And that's that chip that goes in your hand or your forehead. And all that's going to come to pass. And, you know, the ones that are left behind, they are going to hunt them down like dogs and force them to either worship the serpent, which everybody knows there's a serpent seed here, which is the devil, the draconian devils. And if you worship the serpent seed, they can do whatever they want with your spirit. They'll put you down in their pit. And that's what you'll see down there. You need to worship Jesus Christ. And get out of here. You know, let's all get out of here. His name's Isu. No matter what happens, be faithful unto death. Even if you die, just be faithful unto death. He promises you a crown of life. And I know he's not a liar. So, you know, that's all I can say, guys. May Jesus be with you. God bless you. And I hope everybody makes it back home to our real home, our spiritual home.